You know fairy tales, right? Princes, castles, dragons, and happy endings. But guess what? Sometimes real life can feel like a fairy tale too. And today, I want to tell you the story of a boy who grew up with no castles, no crowns, and no fancy clothes. Just a boy with a basketball. His name is LeBron James. People called him the King. But once upon a time, he was just a kid like us. LeBron was born in Akron, Ohio. Not a shining city with palaces, just a small place with old houses and broken streets. His mom, Gloria, had him when she was only 16. That's like just a teenager. She worked super hard, but life was tough. Sometimes they had no food. Sometimes they had no electricity. Sometimes they didn't even have a home. LeBron had to move again and again, from one apartment to another, sometimes staying with friends. He once said, "It was hard. I felt like I didn't have stability, like I was always running." No fairy godmother came to help, no magic lamp, just a mom and her little boy trying to survive. You know the story of Cinderella, right? She had nothing, rags for clothes, no one to help her, always cleaning. LeBron's childhood was kind of like that, except his broom was a basketball. One day, LeBron found something that changed everything. Basketball. He wasn't tall yet, not the strongest, but he loved the game. He would dribble on the street, in the gym, anywhere he could. Bounce, bounce, bounce. That ball became his best friend. When life outside was scary, the ball gave him hope. When the kids laughed at him, the ball listened quietly. It was like a magic object in fairy tales, the sword of a knight or the wand of a wizard. For LeBron, the basketball was his Excalibur. In fairy tales, heroes always meet a guide, like Merlin for King Arthur or Gandalf for the Hobbit. LeBron met someone too, his Pee-wee football coach, Frankie Walker. Coach Walker saw that life was too hard for LeBron, so he told Gloria, "Let him stay with us. I'll take care of him." And just like that, LeBron finally had a stable home, a bed, meals every day, a safe place to grow. Can you imagine? After moving so many times, he finally had a place that felt like home. LeBron played basketball every single day. He ran faster, jumped higher, practiced harder. At school, his talent shined. People started whispering, "This kid, he's special." By high school, he was already famous. Magazines call him the chosen one. Imagine that. A teenager on the cover of Sport Illustrated. But wait, being chosen is not like a fairy tale blessing. It's more like a curse if you're not ready. Because when people expect you to be great, the pressure is huge. LeBron could have broken. He could have given up. But he remembered the struggles, the nights without food, the moves from place to place, his mom working hard. And he told himself, "I'm not going to waste this chance." In 2003, the NBA draft came. LeBron was the #1 pick. He joined the Cleveland Cavaliers, his hometown team. It was like the poor boy finally entering the kingdom. Crowds cheered, reporters shouted, cameras flashed. And there he was, 18 years old, wearing a suit, smiling nervously. Not a fairy tale prince, but a new kind of king. But remember, in every fairy tale, there's a dragon. LeBron's dragon was winning a championship. He played amazing, scored tons of points, made the All-Star team. But years after years, no ring. People started saying, maybe he's not as great as they said. Maybe he'll never be a champion. That hurt. Because LeBron wasn't just fighting other teams. He was fighting doubts. He was fighting people's voices in his head. Like in the story of Hercules. When he had to face impossible labors, LeBron had to keep going, keep fighting. In 2012, with the Miami Heat, LeBron finally won his first NBA championship. The poor kid from Akron had become a champion of the world. He cried, his mom cried, millions of fans cried. It was like the happy ending we were waiting for. But the fairy tale didn't stop there. In 2014, LeBron made a huge decision. He left Miami, went back to Cleveland, his first team, his home, and he said, "I'm coming home." It was like a hero returning to his village after traveling far. In 2016, he did something almost impossible. He led the Cavaliers to their first ever NBA championship. Cleveland has waited 52 years for a title, and when they won, the city exploded with joy. That moment, it was like a fairy tale ending for the whole kingdom. LeBron kept winning, kept breaking records. Now he's one of the greatest players in NBA history. 4 championships, countless MVPs, All-Star after All-Star. But what makes his story truly magical is not just the trophies. It's that he never forgot where he came from. He built schools for kids like him, the I Promise School in Akron. He gives children food, books, bikes, even tuition for college. He became the guide, the protector, the fairy godparent for others. So, what do we learn from LeBron's stories? That you don't need to be born in a castle to become a king. You don't need a magic wand to change your life. What you need is a dream and the courage to never give up. LeBron once said, "You have to be able to accept failure to get better." Just like water dripping on a rock. Just like Hansel and Gretel finding their way out of the forest. Just like the little match girl who showed us the power of hope. LeBron James, the boy who had nothing, the boy who became the king, and maybe, just maybe, you and I can write our own fairy tale too. If you like this story, don't forget to hit subscribe and join me for more. And I will see you in the next adventure.